Hello, YouTube. I'm Nathaniel Likens, and today is September 19th. It is a Thursday of 2024. I'm a little bit late to this party, but I want to kind of give my thoughts about the future of Linkin Park, the announcement of a new album, and their new singer. Now, I don't want to overshadow the fact that they also have a new drummer. But he's a drummer, and I actually don't know his name. I want to talk more about the singer than I do the drummer because, drummer's a drummer. That seems kind of bad coming from me, and considering that I used to call myself a drummer, I'm not really a drummer. I'm probably like less than a novice, to be perfectly honest. So let's get that out of the way. But let's go ahead and talk about kind of my history with Linkin Park. And I want to do this to kind of give a standing ground for my opinion on their new singer and the future of their music. So, Hybrid Theory came out October of 2000, I believe. I don't have any of this memorized or any notes, so I'm just going to be doing this off the top of my head. Things may not be exactly right. I may name a song that's on the wrong album. Just bear with me on this. So, October 2000, I was actually a senior in high school when Hybrid Theory came out. And a lot of the songs on there, Crawling, and oh my gosh, I can't think of any of them. Wow. Crawling, I think One Step Closer is on there. In the End, I believe, is on there. And then there should be a couple others. But a lot of those songs that were actually popular and on the radio had a lot of different meaning to me. And the raw emotion that Chester used to put into those songs, it struck a chorus with me. And a lot of it was exactly what I was feeling at the time. Like, isolation, feeling angry over everything around me, and people like telling me what to do instead of letting me just do stuff, like let me live my life. And that's a lot of what that early music was kind of like to me, and my opinion, and like my point of view. So it struck a real chord with me. And then a few years later, I believe it came out in 2003, I think it was, that I was looking at. Meteora came out. Their second or third album. There is a Reanimation, but I don't really, I thought that was the Jay-Z compilation album. Apparently it is not, so don't hold me to that. But Meteora comes out, and Meteora to this day, in the music that has come out in my time, is one of my favorite albums ever created. Like, there is very few songs on that album that I will skip. I will listen to about every single song on there. The biggest ones being Numb and Somewhere I Belong. I absolutely love those songs. And again, same thing. Given my life, where I live, and everything that I was going through at the time, those songs they spoke to me. They just rung a chord that struck very, very, very deep with me. And then after that, like sometime later, we get Minutes to Midnight and a couple other albums. Those didn't have that big of an impact on me. And by that time, like, a lot of other music was coming out and everything. I was listening to various other things. I did like Castle of Glass, but that whole album just felt kind of sad in a way. And looking back at it, that was probably an early sign for everybody about Chester, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying that. However, in 2007 is when New Divide came out. Now, I was looking at what album it was on. I could not find which album that was actually on. All I remember is that was for one of the Transformers movies. But New Divide is arguably now my favorite Linkin Park song that has ever been written and done. I absolutely love that song, and it has struck a chord with me on several occasions. So 2007, with its tone of there's this giant chasm and we're trying to navigate it and everything. I was dealing with a couple of different things. One, I was living out of my car. Two, around that time, like the very next year, 2008, is when I went off and joined the military. So I had this whole new experience where there was a gap between me and everybody I knew. And I'm trying to survive on this whole new journey. And then 2013, that journey took an unexpected twist and brought me right back here. We're not going to go into details on that, but just know that throughout all that, Linkin Park's music has been with me in every stage of my life. That is pretty much the takeaway, is that I have listened to them since they were first Hybrid Theory. If you didn't know that, Linkin Park's original name was Hybrid Theory. So, yeah, they have been a part of my life for like forever. For almost 30 years, they've been a part of my life. So, with that being said, I see that the new announcement came out that Linkin Park is putting out a new album. And on top of that, we've got a new singer with Linkin Park. And I kind of want to go into this a little bit. Emily Armstrong, if you don't know her, is the new singer. She was part of a little band out of, I think they said, California, in the little introductory thing that I was watching. I think they said she was from California, and she was part of her own little band. I don't remember the name of it. I didn't really try to memorize it that quick. I was just like, oh, okay, so she was somewhat established in very niche areas. It's like an indie band. Like if you didn't know the indie band, you wouldn't know her. I obviously did not know her because I didn't know of the band. So first and foremost, what I have to say about her has nothing to do with the fact that it is a female singer for Linkin Park. I do want to reiterate that I have enjoyed bands like Flyleaf, who has a female singer. I believe that's like Lacey Sterling, something like that. It's been a few years. I don't remember her name. I have enjoyed Hellstorm, The Nearly Deads, which is a little indie group. They have probably one of the most unique sounds that I've ever heard. And a few others that I can't really remember their names. I think one of them is like Unsin, but it's not actually, it's actually the letters. It's U.N.S.I.N. And a few other bands like that I can't even remember. I was trying to look up a few of those to give examples that, yes, I do not mind, and I actually enjoy when a band has a female lead singer, and some of them are quite good. I would bring up No Doubt, but No Doubt, they had like one or two songs that I enjoyed, and that was about it, but I don't feel like they fall in that same kind of category. I think they're a different style of rock than what Linkin Park is, and Linkin Park is closer to some of the bands that I just named. Maybe not Hellstorm, but yeah, pretty close. So the point is there that I do not mind female singers. We're going to talk about the new song that she did in a little bit. I want to get to that. I've been trying to think for the last couple of days, like, how am I going to segue into things? So we're going to talk about the new song here in a minute. I want to talk about her singing the old songs, the songs that Chester used to do. It's all right. She's okay in those. And the reason for that, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about my history with them first, is she does not hit the same way Chester does. She does not ring that same chord that he did when he was singing those songs. And I think mostly because of the difference in the female voice. Her voice is a lot higher and softer. She does get down and is very impressive. I want to reiterate that she is impressive. She does you can feel her trying to channel that energy. I just don't feel like she reaches that. Her channeling of that is not exactly the same as what Chester does. And I don't think it should be the same. I want to say that. It just doesn't feel the same. It feels a little bit weaker. And it's just kind of like, okay, I can see this. It's all right. I can see them doing these songs with her in it, but it just doesn't hit. It doesn't have that same emotional value that when Chester sung those songs. And there was only a few of them that I got to see, because there was one concert on YouTube that was it was completely there in its full version, and it just was amazing. Now, for anybody that is like, well, I'd like to see you do better, actually, I'm kind of planning on trying to do that. A few years ago, I did try to do a cover of one of their songs and have it posted out there. But I don't know what happened there. It just kind of fell through. Supposedly the person lost the data. I don't know how that could happen. I think they deleted it. And just kind of goes with like everything in my life, where I get the opposite that I should. I get a lot of no's instead of a lot of yeses. But with that being said, I do want to go and do another song I want to sing again on YouTube for everybody. And I've got an idea for how I'm going to do that, and what song I'm going to do that. And you may be asking yourself, why? Well, okay, if you're new to my channel, up on the main page, I have posted, like, the introductory video for me is me singing Should Have Been a Cowboy, which is one of two of my most popular videos. As of right now, I think it's just under 900 views. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked it up, but I think it's somewhere just under 900 views. Again, one of my most popular videos that I have made, just me singing Should Have Been a Cowboy. The other one, and I promise this is going somewhere, the other one is my most popular video with over 1,000 views, which is basically me correcting a bigger YouTuber who is part of a group that I'm not going to say. I need to like stop talking about them and get off of that and like go do my own thing. But it has over 1,000 views of me talking about how to correctly do something in Minecraft, and saying that they did this incorrectly and don't like listen to that, and you need to do stuff like this. Take it with a grain of salt, but the point that I'm making with that and bringing it up is their new song, The Emptiness Machine. In part of the song, they talk about wanting to join something that is like big, and excuse me for wanting to be part of this big thing. Well, that's exactly what I had been trying to do, is like try to join in on this big phenomenon, and all I'm getting is static for it. So here's their brand new song with their new singer, and yet again they're striking a chord with me. Now, I was talking to my brother about this, and he's not a fan. I definitely like the new song. It doesn't feel or sound quite like Linkin Park, because they're having to adjust their pitch and their tone for a female singer. But just yet again, here we are, right back to where I started with Linkin Park, and they're striking a chord with my soul in their music. And this song, like, once it gets to the part where it's talking about, hey, I just wanted to be part of this big thing, excuse me while I try to do my thing, I cannot reiterate how much it strikes a chord with me. Like, it's amazing. And it's like such weird timing too, considering that I've kind of given up on that particular group of people and the thought of ever joining them, simply because yet again I got another block from one of them. But it's such interesting timing that I'm at that stage where I'm just like, I'm open and emotional, and here we are with Linkin Park, like striking a chord again. So Emily Armstrong, I definitely like your voice in the new stuff. Your voice is acceptable in the old stuff. I've got my qualms, and I've stated them. So that's very interesting to me. I cannot wait to see what you do with Linkin Park. I cannot wait to see, to hear the new album in its entirety. The Emptiness Machine is phenomenal. I love the song. It's very simple, a couple of choruses, and there we go. And it's very good. Like, I definitely enjoy it. Now, on a side note, what I was saying about the whole me doing one of their songs, it's kind of something that I would like to do, and I've got a plan for doing it. I just wish I had a little bit better setup. I'm going to post another video at some point showing my setup to show, like, this is what I'm working with. Bear with me, because it sucks. That doesn't have anything to do with Linkin Park, but the song I want to try and do is I want to do New Divide. I saw that they had posted a instrumental of the song, so I think I can try and like finagle that to have me singing over the top of it. We'll have to see. That may be a few days away while I try to work out the details on how I'm going to do that. Something that would actually be a lot better for me is if one of the local radio stations, probably Rock 105 or US 101, I'm not actually going to message them directly. The likelihood of it actually happening is next to nothing. But yeah, here in Chattanooga, those are the two stations that I would consider, like, maybe trying to have help from, trying to do that. Because, like I said, I'm going to show a video of my setup later, and it's not very good. It doesn't help for, like, trying to record vocals and everything, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can get that idea off the ground. And you may be wondering, okay, what does that got to do? You've gone off and you're talking about yourself instead of Linkin Park. Well, it's kind of this weird thought that I had, like changing their symbol. Like, I know their symbol has changed a little bit. They removed one of the lines because of the loss of Chester, and making it look like the symbol for Linkin Park is kind of incomplete. Well, I was thinking about this the other day when I was like coming up with all this idea, like this video's idea, the idea of me doing a setup reveal for how I record and everything. Obviously this is just on my phone outside, and one of the thoughts that I had was a change to their symbol. You're gonna have to bear with me because I was drawing on my hand with my offhand to try and like sketch out the idea for a new symbol I was thinking, and I've got glare on my screen, I can't really see. So I was thinking, I don't know if you can make that out, like a circle with the triangle in it, and then it's got the extra lines that meet in the center. I was thinking like something like that. I don't know what for or anything. Like a lot of my ideas go unused because I just my reach is non-existent. So yeah, more to come on that, and that is kind of how I feel about Linkin Park, where I stand with them and the future. I think Emily is going to be very good for them. I think some of the older songs is a little bit weak with her. Doesn't mean I don't want her to do them. I want her to do them. I want people to enjoy her. And I look forward to hearing more original work made for her. Again, the Emptiness Machine is phenomenal. I love that song. I've listened to it about 20 times now. I'm very much enjoying that song. So yeah, I can't wait to see what Linkin Park has in the future, and leave a like if you enjoy Linkin Park, and leave a comment on what you think of Emily Armstrong. I certainly can't wait to see what she's got in store working alongside the rest of Linkin Park. So until next time, guys, have a great day and God bless.